Okay, welcome back to Fast Performance there. My name is Tim Davies, and today we're going to look at a quick email that's asking, am I still teaching Shadowlands DCS flying training? Well, actually, I am. Right, here we are. Hi Tim, I'm thinking of joining your Patreon on the disciplinous level as I really like the idea of a proper learning process. I was wondering though if you still run the training courses, as I can't see any updates on here for a few months. Many thanks, Mikey. Well, Mikey, that's purely because I don't want to saturate my channel with what I do for work, really. And what I do for work is I teach people all the things I learned, what you're seeing in this video in the background here, when I was an instructor in the Royal Air Force. So I teach them all about what's called Phase 4 fast jet flying training. And what I do now is I do two things. I'll take you through the back end of this website where it talks about it. I'll take you through the Patreon very quickly where it talks about it, and then I'll just show you a couple of tapes I made this week just of something I use to help my students, help me evaluate my students. I keep it really small, and it means then you get some information on whether you want to join the school. So scrolling down through the website here, you can see online flying training or my spin recovery program there. I'm kind of blending the two together at the moment. So either click that takes you straight out to Patreon. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Or scroll down here, join FJP, Shadowlands Digital Combat Flying Sim. Here, more information. It's called Shadowlands. There's a reason it's called Shadowlands. It's because I want all my students to learn away from the spotlight. That's really important to me, that they haven't got all the glare of people looking at them. So it's just hidden away. We use Discord. It's a nice friendly place to be, and it's either the center one or the right hand one that you want here. About £37 a month. VAT differs in your country, obviously. This is me here. I'm a former Royal Air Force A2 qualified flying and tactics weapons instructor. The servers are up the whole time. They're based in North America on the West Coast. Everything else here is pretty, you get everything if you take that center one there. That's the one I recommend you do take. There's also not just lessons, there's other sessions we do as well, full of information, lots of lectures. We got a lecture on Sunday, for example, on sort of battlefield street trauma from an expert who's one of the students, and he's given this lecture about how we deal like with knife attacks and stuff, because I need to refresh me as well. That stuff happens in the school, all right, all the time. Lectures come in from people. It's an amazing place, it really is. And then this one on the right here, if you think, I just want to find out about the school a little bit, I'm not too sure whether I want everything the school has to offer, I don't really know about the school, take this experience here, gives you access to the service, gives you talking to me, whatever, send me your flight tapes, I have a look at them, but I'm not going to give you lessons at this point here, not for £10 a month. You really need to subscribe to the higher tier, join the class, invest yourself in some of these lessons, and you'll have a look at those lessons in a second. So clicking here on any one of them, it will take you through to this point here, and this page then just tells you everything we're doing. There's films there, click that, it's going to play a movie for you. A bit about me here, you can view the course, there's a download. If we click this here, there's a PDF we can look at, and this PDF, let's maximize, there we go. This PDF, you can click that and it will just show you everything that you need to know, so you can go and get that if you want to, or you can view the course here. The course there, the syllabi, 2 syllabuses, okay, whatever the plural is. This is what's called the advanced flying training that I taught on Hawk T1, and then if we click on the other one, this was the tactical weapons that I've taught on Hawk T2. Right now, obviously both courses run at the same time. All I would say is get the first course done, this one, the Primo, before you start the Extremis, and the flying program always looks something like this. These are the class times there, pretty much in the red and blue. We have a party night, like it's Friday, I'm recording this now. Party! Every Friday we have a great time, and then there's always a Sunday session, but there's other flying goes on all around those times as well. Another thing there, if you want to, and if you want to, you go to Patreon, click this here, and this is obviously Patreon. This is where you can join from, but we're looking at it now as if you are a paid member, okay? So there's some content here like this and everything else. If you do come into it obviously fresh, then what you'll be presented with some membership options here. There you go. And it's in American language, but you just click one of these, and then what happens, because it's got Discord, you'll be asked to connect it to a Discord channel, or to even download Discord. Make sure you download the Discord app. Don't do it on the browser, it doesn't work as well. And then just join the school. I'll see you come in, I'll welcome you, all the guys. You'll be like, whoa, new pilot, and it'll be absolutely fantastic. Let's look at some flight tapes. So one of the things I use is something called TacView. We're going to look at TacView right now. This is a flight analysis tool, and I spoke to a guy called Erin, might have been a girl, I'm not really too sure to be fair, and I said, can we have new features? And he came out with some emails this week. I'll show you them now. What Erin's done for us is they've actually, I said, look, I just need kind of wind speed on this, would be really useful for me, and they've gone, okay, well, if you just just put something as wind probe, like a tank, and then in the raw data, you can actually see what the wind is doing at any location. Really useful. And the other one is that they've gone and they put the QNH there as well, whether in millibars or inches of mercury. So that's really cool down there as well under raw telemetry. So now, TACView are really good. They will add content for you. So let's have a look at TACView, because I use this to analysis the flights of my students a great deal. This is a class I ran earlier in the week. It's a circuit teach. It's actually quite complicated. You can hear my voice as I'm talking the guys around the circuit. They're all trying to fly an F5 circuit, 1,500 feet, trying to get themselves in the correct speed. And you can see now there's a bit of an issue coming in through initials. Let's have a listen to that. 300 knots at the moment. Just give some spacing.
Haggis, final gear down.
Roger that, Haggis. Haggis, you are cleared land. Land, Haggis.
Land Haggis.
So I have to keep prompting them, and one of the things we try and do is correct terminology, NATO standard here. They're all inside a cockpit right now, flying. I'm going to show you another tape in a second. Let's just fast forward this one a little bit. And I'll just disappear from this bit up here quickly, just so you can see me actually talking to them. Hold on. Here I am. There we go. Let's press play on this. That's early, Chris, but give it a go if you want to, mate. That's it.
You did say the end of the runway.
Yeah, the other end of the runway, not the one that you're going to land on. We'll see if it works out.
Well,
This will be sporty.
Yeah, hot break.
That is sporty. I don't know how it's going to work. See if it works. You're going to have a hell of a trimming job as you come in through that final turn. Roger that, Chaser. End of the runway, please, Chaser.
Roger that, then.
See if he works this one out. And this is a sortie that I flew yesterday morning, in fact, with the guys. And what's happening is the guys are flying what's called an ACM VID profile. So it's quite a complicated profile, actually. It looks pretty easy, but the guys do struggle with it. And I must admit, anyone that I taught in the past would struggle with it, because they're trying to maintain a formation here, coast speed at 0.8, whilst also trying to keep their radars locked to a guy who currently is 11.5 miles away. Starts off at a 40-mile split, so it's not easy. This is mid-course on Extremis. Now, this was flown Thursday afternoon. We flew Friday morning of the same lesson as well. Three lessons each week on both syllabuses. So 3 lessons for Primo, 3 for Extremis. Then we've got a party tonight at 5, always on Friday night. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And we also have a Sunday lecture or Sunday session where we do other things as well. Obviously flying all the time. So yes, in short then, I am still running the school. It is the job I do. It is my primary job, along with a few other bits and pieces I do. So if you are interested in Shadowlands, then you know where to go. Go to fastjetperformance.com or go to Patreon. And if you have no interest in DCS whatsoever, we've had guys in today who, this week in fact, who had no experience with DCS whatsoever. So we'll help him choose a graphics card, a PC. We know where to shop, guys. That's all we ever do. Get yourself on a headset. As you know, I'm using the light headset at the moment, the Crystal Light, which I'm actually loving at the moment for many reasons. I'll do another video on that. That's what I tend to use, but also I use a lot of other things as well. So any questions, guys, whack it down in the comments there. I'll answer your questions, keeping the video short. Really appreciate it, guys. Hopefully see you in the school then. Remember, it's a flight school, but really we do a lot of work on mental health and mental health as well, but primarily mental health. Tim Davies, Fast Jet Performance.